Hello there.
Hello there.
I am Garrett R.C. Knowles, director, writer, and producer of Home Trip 2020.
I am Alex Akira, co-writer and producer of Home Trip 2020.
And we are here to discuss with you a little bit about our movie and some of our favorite horror movies that inspired it.
I love horror movies!
I love horror movies.
In 2019 when we were filming it,
Correct.
we had a car, we had a camera, we created something that was spooky, it had good horror.
Shot-wise, it's very much inspired by like Lynchian horror films or like 70s occult exploitation. Eraserhead, that's a big part of it, which we will be discussing today as an influence for this movie. Yeah, Home Trip, it's a very interesting movie because, you know, it originally started as a movie that was going to be feature length, but after a lot of production nightmares, budgeting, and just pitch meetings that didn't go well and being called horrible because the ideas were either not good to the producers or they were just too dark and not appropriate, that we couldn't do it. So we kind of crafted this little short film out of what we had, tied it together real well, and you know, it's this Freudian themed, dark, surrealist ghost story in a way where
People love to date.
exactly, you know,
Bad dates. Worst case scenario dates.
You know, we're all obsessed with the online dating now.
Online dating was a very huge theme for the feature length.
Absolutely.
We were happy we could still use that theme in Home Trip itself.
It worked out pretty well. Some of the things turned out way creepier than we originally had planned them to look. Some things that weren't supposed to be creepy turned out to be very creepy. And I guess, you know, some of the best things happen on accident, happy accidents. And it was a happy accident horror film with a lot of great things that were intended, and some things the audience seemed to pick up on it. And it's being received pretty well.
Yeah.
Better received than we thought it would. But we're glad that people are kind of seeing it the way that we wanted people to see it. But also people seem to be taking away some new things from it that we thought are, you know, a bit interesting as well. But as far as favorite horror films we wanted to discuss, let's talk a little bit about that. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
You can go next, and then we'll talk about our team favorite one.
We have our shirts though.
We do. We're flexing that merch. You can show them yours first.
I think they can see it. Halloween 4.
All right. Okay. Mine's a little trickier to see. You know, you'd think it'd be easier because it's got a white background, but it is the Wicker Man, and that's the one I got to be talking about today. The Wicker Man from 1973, the Robin Hardy film, not the 2006 Nicolas Cage remake, which is great, but for a completely different reason, more like a so bad that it's good.
Yeah, Nicolas
Fun
Cage
way.
is a fan favorite, but
Yes, not in terms of this movie. This movie, very overlooked, and it kind of makes me sad when people often think about that version versus The Wicker Man, because whenever I say The Wicker Man is my favorite horror movie, people go like, what? Say what? Like Tom Anderson from Beavis and Butthead, or people know him as Hank Hill and King of the Hill, but no, The Wicker Man is a fantastic movie, and it's the type of movie I would show in like a comparative religions class, and it's the type of horror movie that doesn't really present itself fully as a horror movie, I'd say, until the end of the movie. And, you know, Christopher Lee gives probably his best villain performance, if you want to call him a villain. I definitely consider him a villain, but the whole point of the movie, it's supposed to be very like, what lens do you see the movie through? Because some might actually agree with the pagan people on the island. Some might agree with the people on Summer's Isle, but some also agree with the sergeant. I tend to agree with Sergeant Howie in the movie.
I tend to agree with the pagan people.
Yeah, see, there's this split. There's just this pumpkin between us.
Yeah.
The thing with the Wicker Man, why it's so great, is because it sparks this conversation of what do you believe. There's this. It shows the toxicity of religions, cults, and just, you know, how we tend to, when we take things literal, go back to the Dark Ages and take things literally and, you know, cause bloodshed on each other. It's very lighthearted, actually, throughout most of the movie. It's kind of a musical. The songs are really good. They're really funny. They're like something you would never expect to be in a horror movie. You're like, there's no way this is a horror movie until it's too good to be true type thing. You know, like kind of like how Coraline or like an Alice in Wonderland, where it's like, this place just seems so great. Like everyone's so nice.
What's wrong here?
Yeah, there's clearly something wrong. The Wicker Man's like that original movie to do that, and just, you know, the movie, you know, it still holds that same conversation in the room. films. Like, what do you see? Do you believe that there is or isn't something out there? Do you believe what they're doing is all for nothing? Either way, depending on how you view it, the reason why I view it as the greatest is it's terrifying in every way that you view it. It can be terrifying because you can be taking all the Sargent views as literal, you can take all the pagan views as literal, you can take it as there actually is some really dark, disturbing, John Barleycorn, like sun god, making them do all this stuff.
You might just be terrified of the society that they're living in.
It's Lovecraftian, it's like this existential horror, and I think anything that's existential that makes you question your own beliefs or your own existence, that's as terrifying as it's gonna get. Looks is just perfect in my opinion, so I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. Wicker Man's my favorite horror film of all time. Alright, well, I picked The Wicker Man. Your choice is a little different. What's your choice?
I chose 1988 Halloween 4. And before you be like, what? That is a ridiculous movie to choose as your favorite movie. It's actually not just a cash grab of Halloween. It's a pretty good watch. And I really love, wow, there's so much to love about it. The opening shots, those actually helped us for Home Trip. Those are a good inspiration of just the nice background of, farmland and the morning fall. The fall. It really has the full culture of Halloween and Michael Myers. The little kids are harassing Jamie, the main character. It's always Halloween at Jamie's house. She's always having nightmares about Michael, and the whole, this world in Halloween 4, it's aware that Michael Myers is real, and he's back, and it's Halloween night, and Loomis is going crazy. One of my theories about Michael is the reason why he walks to kill you is that he's so tired from running everywhere. He ran to the electricity plant, he ran from the gas station, he's running everywhere.
It's a valid theory.
And so he has to walk towards you because the guy's so tired, and this all happens in one night. I do like that about the film, that it all happens within, 10 hours. It's a quality film. Spoilers coming. The ending is just so great. To have
creepy as fuck.
Jamie, pass down the family job of being a serial killer. I think it's great, and I love how all the characters and the Loomis are at the bottom of the stairs. No, Jamie, why? And Jamie's just at the top of the stairs, right at this shirt, and she's got her scissors and her clown costume. I was so sold. I just loved that ending, and I didn't see it coming. I had no idea that it was coming. So
moving forward, they could have ended the Halloween movies right there. I think that would have been the perfect ending. Like, they just never made another Halloween movie after that. That was how it ended.
After this?
Yeah.
Imagine
if that was the end. How scary that would be.
I think it would give more respect to Halloween 4.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But this is a great, if you're at a Halloween party or if you're just with a group of people and you don't know what to watch, I feel like you can't go wrong with Halloween 4.
Let's talk about 77's Eraserhead.
My stomach hurts already just thinking about it.
I think it's kind of agreed upon, the two of us. Like, we always bounce back and forth on what the movie that scares us the most is.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of them, if not the most.
You don't need blood.
No.
You don't need killing. Just the atmosphere of Eraserhead. Just even trying to talk about it, I get creeped out. I feel like you can even tell just
how our expressions are about it. It's just so much nope in the movie, nope factor, where it's just the lead character, we were talking about Home Trip, there's some inspiration, the look of our lead character, the Dreamer, who is, like Henry in Eraserhead, there's a similar look between the two of them. It's, that pins and needles feeling, like you're gonna go have a discussion with somebody that you don't want to have this discussion with, or check your grades.
I never want to watch it again, but I do want to watch it again. Yeah. That's the type of feeling I have with it.
We got to experience it. We got to see it in 35mm at the theater.
Yeah. At the theater. We've seen it quite a few times.
Yeah. It's like going into a haunted house and experiencing it, but you don't even need to go into a haunted house. You just put Eraserhead on, turn off all the lights, close the windows, put it on a bigger screen, and you're set, and you're creeped out. And then it's you don't even want to have a good sleep afterwards.
People are just so uncomfortable and creepy. The parents.
Yeah, the chickens and like
Yeah.
the penis baby. It's like
Yeah.
the baby's got like the pecker head, but it's also like it's theorized that that's actually a
cow?
a cow fetus.
Cow fetus.
Like a deformed inbred cow fetus. There's so much mystery surrounding this movie, and it took so many years to make this movie.
7 years, right?
Yeah, I believe around like 7 years. Yeah, it's almost like it's an extension of Henry's like sexuality or whatnot, because it's implied that maybe he's got something wrong with the sperm, because there's so much sperm and like cum imagery in this movie.
The relationship though between him and his wife or girlfriend, like it's non-existent. It's not passionate. It doesn't seem like they like each other, and it's so uncomfortable. It makes me, not want to be in any form of relationship like that.
And David Lynch himself says it's his most spiritual film. And I'm like, sure. I mean, spiritual in the sense of like, some people say that Lynch is not horror. I say Eraserhead is the most horrific movie there is, at least in terms of you can watch movies like a Serbian film, Saw, all those bloody gore movies.
Hereditary.
Yeah, it's different. Eraserhead, it's horror on the purest level to like what it does to your senses, what it does to your brain, how it makes you think, how it makes you feel. It's like, it's a claustrophobic film.
If you're trying to show it to someone, it'll mess them up.
I mean, we definitely recommend, if you really want to get like weirded out and really scared and creeped out, and you haven't seen Eraserhead, definitely watch Eraserhead.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're definitely gonna rewatch it.
Gotta give it a 10 out of 10.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed our little review here of some of our horror film recommendations. And definitely, let us know what you think. Have anything to comment? If you want to give Home Trip a review, let us know what you think about it, what you interpret from it. Different people have given us their interpretations so far. So far, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, please let us know what you think. We really hope you like it, and watch out. We've got a new film coming out, Bad People Doing Bad Things.
It's gonna be absolutely fucking crazy.